What is going on, you guys? Welcome back to another Swift video. In today's video, we're going to be looking at StackViews, what they are, how to set them up, pros and cons, and all that good stuff. So this app you see here is what we'll put together, pretty basic. The UI in this case is not really the focal point. The focal point is using StackViews to lay out our subviews and not having to do it ourselves. So definitely a subjective topic in terms of people that like and don't like StackViews. So we'll get into the nitty gritty of all of that. So make sure you destroy the like button as always. Hit subscribe if you're a returning viewer. Get Xcode ready, get excited. Let's dive right in. Quick pause before we get into the video. If you haven't seen it already, I am hard at work putting together iOSacademy.io, a community where all of us iOS engineers can come together, learn how to build some of the top apps like Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram, in addition to interview prep to land some of these iOS roles at top tech companies. So if you're interested in the free and premium content to come, head on over to iOSacademy.io and enter your email address in the waitlist form, and you will be notified as content becomes available. That said, let's get into the video. All right, so we're going to get started by opening up Xcode and creating a new project. We'll stick with the app here, and let's go ahead and call this StackView example. We'll go ahead and save it to our desktop. And first and foremost, before we get into the code, let's go ahead and select a simulator up here. So I'll go with the 11 Pro Max. Hit that run button so we get it booted up in the simulator. And let me also expand my Xcode window here to give ourselves a little more room to work. Cool, so let's jump into the view controller. Let me bump up my font size a little bit so all of you can see it well, and let's talk about stack views. So first and foremost, code-wise, a stack view, as the name implies, is a way to stack multiple views together, either vertically or horizontally. You can control things like distribution, spacing, and use auto layouts, in fact, to more quickly lay out things in a clean way where all of your views look as expected on screen. So that all said, I think it's useful to do an example. So let's actually write some code. So let's create a function called createStackView, and we're simply going to call this function in viewDidLoad. And how do you create a stack view? So you create it like any other view. So we're going to say stack view is a UI stack view. And you can create it simply like this, but if you take a look at the other constructors that are available to you, there's this one here with arranged subviews. So essentially we can pass in an ordered array the subviews that we want to pass into the stack view to be rendered. So let's just do an empty array for now. Let's give the stack view a frame. We'll say it is view.bounds, so it should take up the entirety of the screen. And let's add it as a subview to the view controller's view, just like that. So now we want to create some elements to put into our stack view. So let's go ahead and do that. So we're going to start with a image view. It'll be a standard image view. And let me give this image view a background color of system green. And let's also give this an image, of course. And we're going to use a system image. I think Bell is one of the system images. So let's go ahead and use that. Let's make the image content mode be scale aspect fit right here. And in this array over here where we were passing in nothing, let's add this image view. And we also want to add two constraints to our image view. And these constraints are going to be the width and height. So we're going to say image view. We're going to say width anchor is going to be a constraint equal to a constant. This one right here. And we're going to say the constant is the width of the screen. And we're going to activate this constraint by saying isActive is true. Similarly, we also want to provide a width or a height constraint rather. So let's go ahead and copy and paste that and just change that to be height anchor. And the height of this, we'll go ahead and say this is the height of the view divided by 3. is active again is equal. And let me go ahead and create a label. So we are going to create a label right down here. It's a UI label. I'm going to be lazy and copy this width and height anchor business, and we're going to change this to be label. And we're going to change this up. So the height in this case, we'll say it is, we'll do 100. Make sure active is set to true for both of those. Let me give the label some text. Let's give it some text alignment. We'll say it's centered. And let's give it a font, so it's not the boring old font that we're used to. We'll say 21. And we'll say weight is bold. Bold, that's what we want. And then of course, don't forget to add the label to the array here. And those are good enough for now. Let's go ahead and actually run this and see what it looks like. So let's go ahead and hit Command R. Let's see what we get. Okay, so not exactly what we want. We see that the image is taking up the majority of the screen, rather the whole screen. So what gives? So we actually didn't configure three things on the stack view that we need to. And we're gonna do that right now and take a look at what those are. So the first thing we wanna configure is a property called axis. And this basically tells the stack view if it needs to lay out its subviews horizontally or vertically. So we'll do it vertically. The next thing that we want to specify is distribution. Distribution basically specifies how the subviews should be laid out relative to each other in the stack view. So we're going to have these be equal spacing to start off. And the last thing we need to specify is the spacing itself. So this is the spacing between every single subview in the stack view. So spacing, we're going to say, let's start up with 20 and let's see what this looks like. Okay, much better. So our image looks correct now, but it looks like we're missing our label. Oh, just kidding. Our label is down here actually. So the interesting thing that's going on here is the entire stack view is the entirety of the screen. And the reason that Hello World and the image are so far apart is we've set them to be distributed equally across the entirety of the stack view. So let me actually set a background color to the stack view. Let's make this something nice and bright. Let's do system yellow. Let's go ahead and run this, and you'll see the entire screen is the stack view. And let me also give this label a background color, and that'll better help visualize how much space it's taking up. So a question that comes up often is, well, why should I even care about a stack view? Why not just lay it out in storyboard or with frames? Like, what's the point, more or less? The point is, once you have long running stacks, whether vertical or horizontal, using the power of auto layout could be an easier route than doing it yourself. Now, it's a very subjective take. Personally, I don't find myself using too many stack views. However, in certain cases, it definitely is useful. You can put stack views inside of table view cells for vertical layout. It's also very interesting to have horizontal stack views. So let's actually change the stack views axis down here to be horizontal, and let's see what that looks like on the simulator. So it actually still takes up the entirety of the screen, but now the width and the height anchor that are being applied are kind of inverse. So let's see what happens if we change up the width and height anchor. So the larger one is the image view right now. So we're going to say the width of this is going to be views width over 2, and the height will be the entire view's height. And let's see if that makes a difference in how things are laid out. Now you can see that these are both split 50-50, horizontally, that is. The other thing that you should be interested in learning more about is the various distributions that are available. So there's fill equally, there's equal spacing, which uses the spacing property here. Fill equally is one of the ones which is more common than the others for, I think, kind of obvious reasons. If we get rid of these width and height anchors and run it again, what you'll notice here is that the layout is still correct. We don't have any anchors or any constraints or frames for the image view or the label, but it's still perfectly correct. So let me actually go ahead and add one more label. We'll change all of these to be label 2. And let me change the text in here to be another label. I'll also go ahead and change the background color to be orange. And let's not forget to add it to our array here. And if we run it now, we'll see this is the true power of a stack view, that under the hood, it's using auto layout to figure out how to frame all the subviews. And we don't have to sit here and do any of the kind of basic arithmetic and figure out the X, Y, width, and height. So it definitely helps you lay things out faster. Whether or not it's scalable is a question you will need to answer for your own app, but it's definitely an option that's available to you that Apple provides, and you guys definitely should take a look at leveraging it wherever it is suitable for you. So that's basically all I had for you guys. This is a much quicker video than most of my videos. So if you haven't destroyed the like button already, make sure to do so for the YouTube algorithm. Comment down below any questions, suggestions, feedback. Do you personally use StackViews? I'd kind of be interested to hear your guys' opinions on it. Hit subscribe if you haven't done so already, if you enjoy the content and want to see daily Swift videos. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.